doves cry. She stands in the doorway at break of sky, kettle on the hook and his boots by the fire, her lad on the water, her heart never tired. So I'll keep a lantern in the window and bread on the table, warm for you. I'll sing to the turning of the tide, love, till the gray sea carries you safely through, till the gray sea carries you safely through. She talks to the nets that he mended last year, his cap on the peg like he's always near, whispers to the cup with the crack on the rim, come home with the morning, I'll give thanks for him. Storm took the shingles, storm shook the stones, wind filled the chimney with salt and moans, but the small steady flame never bowed, never blew. I'll not close the shutter till I'm holding you. Dawn lays a ribbon of rose on the foam, far on the line a white sail comes home. She laughs through her tears, feels the world fall still as her shadow grows long on the green of the hill. By the curve of the cove when the night is mild, she hums in the dark for the sleeping child.
They laid out the nets on the kitchen floor, salt still caught in the frayed old rope. Mother folded my sweater twice, said, there's warmer work ashore. My brother's hands were black with ink, ledger lines and a clerk's dull chair. He said, you could have a key to a door and a coat you'd never tear. But the sea had a hold of my name, like a wave that won't fall back. Every road on land turned strange, every map went pale and flat. So I kissed their cheeks, took the harbor wind, let it carry what's left of me. I chose the call that never ends, I paid the cost of the sea. First year took the shine from my skin, Second year took a friend I knew. Third year I stopped counting the days, just counted the scars that grew. Letters home came fewer thin. Smelled of smoke, not bread, not rain. Father's script turned small and slow till it vanished from my name. There's a ring in a box by my bunk from a girl who wouldn't wait. She married a man with steady ground and a roof that doesn't shake. Now I stand by the rail before dawn, mug on cold in my stiff right hand. I trace their faces in the foam, watch them sink like lines in sand. But the sea had a hold of my name, like a wave that won't fall back. Every road on land turned strange, every map went pale and flat. So I kissed their cheeks, took the harbor wind, let it carry what's left of me. But the sea had a hold of my name.
Father set me on the pier, said, listen boy, she's talking. Gulls all hanging in a wind, boats like cradles rocking. Salt was cracking on his hands, old rope at his feet. Every word I ever learned, the sea gave it to me. These are the years the sea kept tucked in the turn of the tide. Youth like foam on the bowline, gone with a blink of an eye. I gave her days, I gave her bones, she gave me bread and a song. These are the years the sea kept holding my whole life long. I was 17 and foolish, chased the storm for pride, laughed when older voices warned of teeth beneath the tide. Night came sudden as a door, slamming out the light. Found my prayer in someone's name, spat it to the sky. These are the years the sea kept tucked in the turn of the tide. Youth like foam on the bowline, gone with a blink of an eye. I gave her days, I gave her bones, she gave me bread and a song. These are the years the sea kept holding my whole life long. Married on a Sunday noon, by Monday I was gone. Lantern in the upstairs pane, burned till nearly dawn. Children grew like rising swell, then slipping from my reach. Each goodbye upon the quay, another crack in me. These are the years the sea kept tucked in the turn of the tide. Youth like foam on the bowline, gone with a blink of an eye. I gave her days, I gave her bones, she gave me bread and a song. These are the years the sea kept holding my whole life long. Now I walk the harbor stones, slow and near the ground. Friends are driftwood, scattered white, few of us still found. If she calls me one last time in a winter rain, I'll just lean into the pool and let her know my name.
Morning rest on the window doors, dust on the sill in a golden line, kettle sighs in the quiet. I let the silence answer this time. I will be still as the turning tide, soft as the breath of the hills at night. Nothing to carry, nothing to hide. Here in this moment, I open my hands and I stay. Old fears float like fallen leaves, caught in the bend of a gentle stream. I watch them circle and loosen, drifting away from the edge of me. Not every question needs a name, not every wound needs a word. I lean my heart on the daylight, feel it beat steady and sure. Down the lane of thrift and clover, past the gate of rusted green, there's a bend I wandered over since my years were barely 3. Sea pink knots along the edges, white foam breathing out at my feet. Every stone remembers footsteps, every turn a heartbeat. Take me back along the coastline, where the old path turns to sea. Salt and heather in my hairline, tide and wind remembering me. I have roamed through distant harbors, yet it's there I long to be. Walking slow, the worn familiar way my mother walked with me. We would count the distant sailcloth like the sheep upon the hill. Skip the puddles in the shale rock, share a crumb and share the still. Her hand warm against my shoulder, stories braided in my brain, names of coves and hidden boulders, all the maps our footsteps made. Take me back along the coastline, where the old path turns to sea. Salt and heather in my hairline, tide and wind remembering me. Years have pulled the track in pieces, grass has grown where gravel lay. Cliffs have slipped and weathered fleeces drift along the outer bay. Yet my feet still find the hollows by the gorse and elder tree. I grow older, path grows narrower, but it still walks home with me.
He said, boy, take this weathered coat, these buttons carved from bone. Follow the gulls past the leaning pier, learn how the waves make you their own. Salt in my eyes, a trembling deck, lantern swinging slow. I thought I'd master every storm by force of a will alone. But the sea taught me patience, not power. Tide after tireless tide, you can't hold on from a midnight sky or rush a turning tide. Year after year, on that open water, I finally learned to see how a quiet heart will outlast the wind in the long years the tides took from me. We waited days for a hint of wind, sails hanging like old clothes, cards on a barrel, stories told, till every anger froze. watched the old man mend one net, each knot slow and sure. Said, boy, haste tears, what you're trying to save. Go steady if you want it to endure. I came home older than my face, lines the mirror couldn't show. Walking the shore where I used to run, letting the small waves kiss my toes. Now when the world pulls at my sleeve, dares me to chase and race, I breathe like the harbor at evening and move at a kinder pace. Came home older than my face, lines the mirror couldn't show. Walking the shore where I used to run, letting the small waves kiss my toes.
Down by the cove where the grey waves fold, I walk with my shawl pulled tight. You took your boat on a dawn like this and vanished in the milky light. Salt on my lips, your name on the wind, pebbles cold in my hand. I listen for oars that won't come again, and I let the silence stand. Oh, see my sorrow, see my rest. You carry his shadow, you rock my chest. You keep what you've taken, you sing when I break. Cruel as the storm, kind as the wave. Children's shoes by the tide line set, someone laughing far behind. I watch the gulls write your looping name, then let it wash from my mind. Tears sting sharp, then soften, fade like foam on a fading mark. I speak to the waves where I used to pray, and they answer in the dark. Oh, see my sorrow, see my rest. You carry his shadow, you rock my chest. You keep what you've taken, you sing when I break. Cruel as the storm, kind as the wave. Some nights I dream he walks from the deep, seaweed tangled in his hair. He doesn't speak, just lays at my feet, a smooth white stone to bear. I wake to the hush of the breathing surf and the moon on the water's skin. I lay my grief on the turning earth and I hear you again, whispering.
He walks where the tide leaves lace on the sand, boots worn smooth like the back of his hand, salt in his beard, gray in his gaze, counting each footprint like the counting of days. And he whispers, "Oh, my brothers, where did all our seasons go?" Names like islands on his tongue as the cold waves rise and flow. Every white cap holds a story, every gull call sounds a prayer for the ones who never made it home. And still he finds them in the air. There's seamers who laughed over cards in the hold, Tom with the songs that could chase off the cold. He sees them in clouds, in the curve of a sail, in the tilt of a mast on an invisible gale. And he whispers, "Oh, my brothers, where did all our seasons go?" Names like islands on his tongue as the cold waves rise and flow. Harbor bells echo across the dimming bay. He pauses by the jetty stones where they all once sailed away. He tips his cap to empty sea, to every face he knew by heart. Says, "I'll follow when you call for me, but not yet. Not yet to depart." To depart.
bucket of shells, little castle of sand, tide creeping close, erasing our lines. Waves carry all that we were, all we are, over the foam, through the blur. From afar, every rise, every fall, bringing back when we were small. Waves carry all that we were, all we Mother called out from the field on the hill, her voice on the wind, soft as the rain. We answered with laughter that broke like the surf, then vanished like gulls, gone just the same. Waves carry all that we were, all we are, over the foam, through the blur. From afar, every rise, every fall, bringing back when we were small. Years like pebbles, warm, smooth in my palm, facers and summers run into one. Still when I stand where the sea meets the sky, I hear our young names in the hush and the hum. If my feet grow tired of walking and my hands can't hold your own, when my name is only spoken like a story softly told, put a candle in the window, leave a stone upon the road. I will follow shadow back to you, back to home. If I cannot come in body, I'll be coming in the wind, in the hush before the sunrise, in the echo of your hymn. When you think you stand there lonely, you will never stand alone. I'll return where the white winds roam. When the fields are wet with morning and the swallows cut the sky, if you feel the heather trembling, that's the brush of passing by. Lay your worries on the river, let them drift and let them slow. I'll be waiting in the stillness, in the places we would go. In the ring of winter after thunder. Hear my laughter, feel me sing. Every path we walk together, every stone and every tree holds a doorway like a mirror where your heart will call to me.
I was a boy on the headland stone, bare feet cold where the foam rolled in, through small dreams at the turning waves, heard my name in the distant wind. I have watched the years in the tide, rolling out, rolling back, side by side, every line on my face, every white on the waves tells the same old story in a different way. You were a girl with your hair run wild, skirts held high as the spray came through, laughed so hard that the gulls looked twice, swore the shore would remember you. Now the boats all carry different flags, engines hum where the old oars lay, cliffs still stand, though they wear new scars just like us, only turn more gray. I walk slow where I used to race. Salt still stings, but the thrill's more kind. Sit and watch as the long waves lean, take in pieces, leaving peace behind. I have watched the years in the tide, rolling out, rolling back, side by side, every line on my face, every white on the waves tells the same old story in a different way. 16 with borrowed boots, salt on my lips, boat barely holding its breath, rope burns fresh on my wrists. Your laugh, old morn, roll like thunder over the gray-green foam. You said, boy, the sea will raise you and take what it's owed. Oh, the nets we cast in the dark before the dawn. Thought the tide would always love us, thought the wind would carry on. Now my hands remember what my eyes can hardly see. I was young, and the sea was young with me. We chased the silver under clouds that never broke, shared one crust of bread between us, shared the same old joke. You sang of kings and fallen stones, of wars I never knew. I only watched the water and dreamed it all was true. I let my brother take the helm when winter turned us white. He never brought that vessel back from that black-tongued night. Still I sit where the harbor ends, talk low to the tide. Carry him gentle, I whisper, same way you carried my pride. Now these boards beneath my boots know every weight I've been. Lines on my face run deeper than the river feeds the sea. Children point at the distant waves like I once pointed to. I smile and say she's an honest friend if you're honest through. Moran's song fades with the gulls, day thins to a seam. I close my eyes on the harbor light, let the water keep my dreams. We left in a sky the color of tin, cold salt on the ropes, bare hands aching. You folded your map, said the lines grow thin. When the shore you're leaving feels like where you begin. Every ending tastes of water, like the first breath that I ever drew in. I turn my back on the harbor and step into the swell again. Endings on this restless ocean always circle, always spin. Where the tide runs out of language is where the tides begin. coat on the nail by the galley door, still swinging with each slow breaking wave. We counted the creeks in the hull like years, each one a crack where a new day slipped in. They'll say we were carried off, but we walk ourselves right out to the rim of the world we knew, till the foam at our feet spelled a different name for home in a script that only currents can read. Every ending tastes of water, like the first breath that I ever drew in. I turn my back on the harbor and step into the swell again. I was born where the land breaks open, edge of the farm, edge of the foam. Grandfather's hands drew maps in the sand. Boy, this tide will follow you home. Salt on the bread, salt on our laughter, gulls in the gray hanging sky. Every small hurt, every soft secret I carried down to the shoreline to hide. You have been my oldest friend, sea rolling beside my shadow. All that I've lost, you've taken from me. All that I am, you've hallowed. When the road grows hard to see, I walk where the waves move shallow. You have been my oldest friend, rolling beside my shadow. I grew tall, but the fields grew smaller. Names on the headstones changed. Brothers sailed out, some never returned. Chairs at the table rearranged. I learned the weight of unspoken questions, stared at your darkening blue. Did they find rest? Did they find mercy? The only reply was the pull of the moon. When you climbed up over the stones, when you hammered at windows, hungry and wild, as if you could swallow our bones. But you kept our boats from breaking. You cooled my fevered brow. You carried my prayers beyond the horizon, and you're carrying this one now. You have been my oldest friend. See, rolling beside my shadow. All that I've lost, you've taken from me. All that I am, you've hallowed.
You fold up your shawl at the doorway, lantern gone dark in your hand, salt in the threads of your memory, sand in the seams of this land. The sea's always waiting just beyond the barley and the stone. The sea's always waiting for every heart that thought it sailed alone. You trace all the names on the harbor wall, moss where the paint used to be, voices that left with the morning tide, whispers that drift back in sleep. The sea is always waiting just beyond the valley and the stone. The sea is always waiting for every heart that thought it sailed alone. Years come in quiet like evening rain, boats grow smaller each time they leave. You stay and you listen at water's edge, it hums you the promise it keeps. The sea is always waiting just beyond the barley and the stone. The sea is always waiting for every heart that thought it sailed alone. Soft is the sky, bare feet on the sand, mist on the stones, shells in my hand, kettle smoke rising from a cottage of stone, gulls tracing circles where the tide has flown. Morning on the tidal shore, silver water, breathing more. I lay my worries on the foam and the gentle waves carry them home. Old wooden jetty, worn smooth by the years, small painted boats dreaming on their piers. I hum with the ripples, they answer in kind. The world becomes steady, my heart falls behind. Morning on the tidal shore, silver water, breathing more. I lay my worries on the foam and the gentle waves carry them home. If I stray too far from here, if my days grow harsh and loud, I will close my eyes and feel salt on the air, soft as a shroud.
Left in a sky the color of tin, cold salt on the ropes, bare hands aching. You folded your map, said the lines grow thin. When the shore you're leaving feels like where you began. Every ending tastes of water, like the first breath that I ever drew in. I turn my back on the harbor and step into the swell again. Endings on this restless ocean always circle, always spin, where the tide runs out of language, where the tides begin. Your coat on the nail by the galley door, still swinging with each slow breaking wave. We counted the creaks in the hull like years, each one a crack where a new day slipped in. Every ending taste of water, like the first breath that I ever drew in. I turned my back on the harbor and step into the swell again. Endings on this restless ocean always circle, always spin, where the tide runs out of language, where the tides begin. They'll say we were carried off, but we walked ourselves right out to the rim of the world we knew, till the foam at our feet spelled a different name for home, in a script that only currents can read. every ending takes.
On the cliff above the water, your coat around my shoulders, salt on my lips, your hand still shaking from the cold. You traced our names in the sand between the stones, said, "This is where I'll always bring you home." By the turning tide, where you promised me your heart, swore the waves could never wash what we whispered in the dark. If the world should bend or break, if the sky comes falling down by the sea, by the sea, that's where our vows are bound. Boats like lanterns in the distance, gulls crying over foam. You spoke of winters and a little house below the road, said, if I ever lose my way, follow the singing of the crows, follow the line where water kisses stone. By the turning tide, where you promised me your heart, swore the waves could never wash what we whispered in the dark. If the world should bend or break, if the sky comes falling down by the sea, by the sea, that's where our vows are bound. Years have taken color from the sweater that you wore. Your letters sleep in boxes underneath the bedroom floor. But when the wind turns briny and the grass lies flat and low, I walk back to that headland just to hear your promise roll. By the bend where ashes gather, moss along the worn gray stones, I've carried storms inside me to lay them down here alone. Where the river softly turns all my tired troubles Be still, be still. On a quiet hill at dawning, mist is folded round my feet. Every breath a little offering, rising where the sky and heather meet. Hands together, fingers trembling, name the ones I love one by one. Lay them in the hands of mercy under pale and waking sun. This is my prayer on the quiet hill, soft as the light on the water still. Carry my hope where I cannot see, ancient and gentle. Stay here with me. In the hush between the church bells, when the fields forget to sing, all the days I never understood settle like a small bird on my wing. I have walked through years of shadow, I have learned to fold my fear away. Leave it in the woven grasses, hear the silence answer when I pray. If my words fall short and fragile, let my longing speak instead. Every tear upon the clover be a blessing softly said. I am only breath and waiting, only open hands, and will keep a watch beside my wandering. Guard my loved ones, hold them still.
They say she slipped out on a fog-thick dawn, salt on the ropes and the hatchway drawn, lanterns dim as the tired eyes glow, the merry weather bound where the cold winds blow. Raise one more cup for the merry weather, name worn smooth as a river stone, long gone to the sleep of the water. But she sails in the stories we own. Old Tom swears he heard her creaking past, the year after the gale took her mizzen mast. Swore he saw her wake in a moonlit swell, then the sea rolled flat and the night kept still. Raise one more cup for the merry weather, name worn smooth as a river stone, long gone to the sleep of the water. But she sails in the stories we own. Children grow up on the harbor wall, tracing her shape in the nets that fall. Ask their grandmothers what became of her crew. Boy, the sea keeps secrets, but it keeps them true.
Morning mist on the quiet tide, kettle sings on the old black range. Bare feet cold on the weathered boards, I count each wave, each change. Your coat still hangs by the kitchen door, sea salt caught in the worn-out seam. I touch the cuff like a rosary and taste your name in steam. So I watch the horizon for a familiar sail, where the gray sky leans on the wide, wide sea. Every gull that turns, every shifting trail, I'm asking, is it you coming back to me? I am woven to the water, to the waiting and the gale, till I see that familiar sail. Old men talk at the harbor wall, casting lines and remembered years. They nod at me with their weathered chins, say the sea still keeps its share of tears. I bring them bread in a flour-smeared cloth. Listen close for your kind of laugh. A low flute sings from the distant dunes, and time splits clean in half. Lantern lit in the upstairs room, night on glass, a darkened pane. I trace our names in the shallow fog and whisper yours again. If storms must rise and seasons turn, let all that changes be wind and rain. Leave you the same, just a step from shore, calling out my name. by the crooked stone wall at the end of the lane. You waved me away in the gray autumn rain, said, "Write when you can," with your hand on my sleeve, then turned on your heel, too proud to believe. All of these letters by the hearth in a twine-tied stack, your name on the front, my heart in the back. Ink has grown pale, but the longing stays clear. Pages you never answered are all that keep you here. I sat by the window as the winter came on. The kettle sang low while the daylight was gone. I counted the days by the frost on the glass. Each creak of the gate thought you'd come at last. All of these letters by the hearth in a twine-tied stack, your name on the front, my heart in the back. Ink has grown pale, but the longing stays clear. Pages you never answered. I told you of lambs in the hilltop snow, of the well running dry and the barley that won't grow. I wrote of the dance and the songs that you missed, folded my courage in every last twist. Now the postman walks slower past our old stone gate. He nods at my door, saying nothing today. Still I strike up the fire when the evenings turn cold, and trace every word that I dare to have told. Of these letters by the hearth in a twine-tied stack, your name on the front, my heart in the back. Ink has grown pale, but the longing stays clear. Pages you never answered are all that keep you here. On the gray stone wall I'm sitting, bare feet brushing clover wet with dawn. Kettle cooling on the window, your old coat still hanging, colors gone. Boats like black ticks on the water, nets all mended, day is sliding in. Mary calls her boys for supper. I stay where I was, like I've always been. I have watched the turning of the tide, pull the years like seaweed from the line. Every wave that reaches for my side brings your name, then rolls it back behind. With the turning of the tide. First you miss the autumn feasting, then the frostbit patterns in the pane. Letters stop like geese in crossing, only ghosts kept crying out your name. Harp strings hum like distant rigging low. stiffens every Sunday dress. I pressed your promise in my pocket till the cloth wore thin and there was nothing left. I have watched the turning of the tide, pulled the years like seaweed from the line. Every wave that reaches for my side brings your name, then rolls it back behind. Now the wall grows cold beneath me. Evening settles soft along the bay. I lean in to hear the shoreline in case your footsteps find their way. Hush now, my darling, night falls over the foam. Lanterns fade on the headland, sea winds carry us home, where the soft tides sleep, where the white gulls glide and the dark waves keep all the worry. All the weary days I'll lay them down where the soft tides sleep. Salt on your lashes, sand still warm on your skin. Hear that slow, steady breathing, like the world drawing in, where the soft tides sleep, where the white gulls glide and the dark waves keep all the worry, all the weary day fear written down, where the soft tides sleep. If your heart feels heavy, if your thoughts run wild and deep, lay your head on my shoulder, let the turning waters sing you to sleep. You fold up your shawl at the doorway, lantern gone dark in your hand, salt in the threads of your memories, and in the seams of this land. The sea is always waiting, just beyond the valley and the stone. The sea is always waiting for every heart that thought it sailed alone. You trade